Now, I want to congratulate you. You did it. I'm proud of you, and I believe in you as well. You now have all the tools you need in your toolbox to ensure your success. Now, if there's a business problem that you encounter in the future, you can always come back to this MBA curriculum and download the frameworks that we've covered on our journey together, okay? And so you are my first of many props. Here we go. All right, here we go. So you are now armed with many frameworks or quivers or arrows in your quiver here that we covered over the past year. And all these arrows or these frameworks will help you get to where you want to go to career-wise, okay? Now, the only limits that you have are the ones that you set for yourself, okay? And there's nothing holding you back now. Remember that. Actually, there's one thing. There's one thing holding you back. And in order to apply what we've covered on this journey together, we all need one final framework that I'll provide you with today. So this framework I'm going to give you is one word. It's very short. And this framework I'm going to provide you with can melt away limits that you've had for yourself in the past. Okay, I got to build up to this. And this framework that I'll provide you with is one word that can make the impossible become a reality. And this framework I'm going to provide you with, it's in this box right here. Let me put my breakfast down. All right, it's right here in this box, okay? Now, this framework can bring eternal joy to your heart and inspire millions of people. And it can solve every business problem and all personal problems or roadblocks that you might have in life. And this one-word framework that's in this box, this magic box, it's more important than all the many frameworks I provide you with in your quiver of arrows in this MBA degree program. And this one-word framework is a simple secret that all incredible entrepreneurs have deep down inside of them. And it's why they're successful. So before I tell you what's in this, let's put this down here. Before I tell you what's in this box there, I want to talk about 7 things that we need to keep in mind in order to achieve success. Number one is balance. Okay? Do you guys remember this? This is from the finance and accounting classes in the first semester. Okay? We use this to understand how a balance sheet works. Now, as you graduate and embark upon your wonderful journey of day one and not one, that's right, remember to have balance in your life, please. And don't tell yourself, please don't tell yourself, I can put this here, the jingling's driving me nuts. All right, here we go. There we go. Please don't tell yourself that you want to make a fortune first and then enjoy your life. Because as Oprah Winfrey said, you can have it all, but you can't have it all at once. So I want you to be happy right now and always right now. And I want you to be balanced as well. I want you to smell the roses along the way. I want you to be happy now. And your career in business, it's not about accumulating wealth. It's about helping other people with your product or service. And if you chase money, you lose your dreams and your money. But if you chase your dreams and you don't give a damn what other people think of you, and you fail a bunch of times, then something amazing happens. Your dreams come true, and the money follows accidentally. It always does, no matter what anybody tells you, okay? And don't make money your idol, please. Now, the Dalai Lama wrote this incredible book that I want you all to read, please. It's called The Art of Happiness. And in the book, he said, the problem with Western society, meaning where we live, is we sacrifice our health, our entire lives in order to make money. And at the end of our lives, we sacrifice all of our money in order to maintain our health. And then we look back and we realized we never really lived to begin with. So balance in our lives can be achieved, of course, we know, by scheduling every single day scheduling every single day. Remember this, guys? Okay, good, good. Because failing to plan is planning to? That's right, that's right. So we talked about this a lot. Now, if you want to get something done, give it to a busy person, all of you. And remember to schedule each weekday the night before. Okay. And as you write this one-page schedule the night before, you got to write down your goals, okay? Your short-term goals, as well as your long-term 10-year goals at the top of this one-pager here. It works, I promise you. And since 10 years has 3,650 days, all you got to do is you got to get one day divided by 3,650 days closer to your 10-year goals every single day. And so if we take one day divided by 3,650, it equals 0.03%, right? And so if you have 10-year goals, all you got to do, man, is get 0.03% closer every single day. Okay, it's easy to do. You can do it. You get a little bit closer to the goal line every single day, so to speak. Now, this year we passed the 1,000 student milestone in our MBA degree program. And what I want you to do, please, is I want you to partner with at least 5 people from your MBA class. And I want you to set up monthly Zoom calls. And I want you to remind each other what your goals are and the deadline dates you set as well. Okay, because we're all in this together. Now, I want to talk about a great analogy, which is, let's say you embark upon this amazing journey towards achieving your goals. And Lao Tzu said, see here, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, okay? All right, this is gonna be fun. So we're gonna go on a journey together. I gotta get my arrows in my back, okay? We're gonna go on a journey together. And I'm armed here with the arrows, meaning frameworks in my quiver that we learned in this MBA degree program. And it's amazing. Actually, you know what? We need some inspirational music. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play some inspirational music from a wonderful platinum student of mine. Okay, it's Marcelia Roca. Where are you at? Okay, this is from Reza, your daughter Reza. Remember this one? Okay, great. There we go, there we go. All right, so we're all family here. So we're playing Reza Roca's music here. All right, let's go on this journey. So my 10-year goal is right in front of me. I feel unstoppable. Now, every day is one step over 10 years. So that's 3,650 steps. But let's say that you embark upon this wonderful journey and your goal is on the top of the mountain. And I can see the top of the mountain right there. That's my goal. And as we embark upon this journey, you see that the top of the mountain is getting bigger because you're walking towards it. All right. And you're excited. This is your target. It's right at the top of the mountain, okay? It's really exciting. So you're walking towards it. This is getting bigger because you're getting closer to the top of the mountain. And then something happens one day. You can't see your goal anymore. You can't see the top of the mountain. And so you get frustrated and you wander this way, and you take a break for a little bit too long and you get frustrated. Don't give up, because the reason you can't see the top of the mountain is because you're halfway up the mountain. You're getting closer to this thing. You just can't see it perfectly. Always keep moving, okay? And what I've been telling my 3 boys here, everyone say hi to Dylan, Matthew, and Andrew. Put your hands up, right? Yeah. What I've been telling my boys since they were born is I say 2 things to them, and then they repeat and answer the question immediately. So watch this. You never? You always finish? That's right. You never give up. You always finish what you started. So don't get worried, okay? Because you will get closer to your goal, because all you got to do is get 1/3,650th closer every single day. And so write down your goals, okay? And you'll look forward to getting out of bed every single day to move closer to your goal. And remember, we often overestimate what we can accomplish in a year, but we massively underestimate what we can accomplish in a decade. And you can find balance in your life, and you can achieve all your goals by scheduling and setting a deadline date for all of your goals. All right. The second thing I want to talk about is enjoy, okay? I want you to enjoy everything you do professionally because, as Confucius said, find an occupation you love and you'll never work a day for the rest of your life. You got to find your passion. Now, I want you to enjoy everything that you do professionally. Kind of like all those Excel frameworks we created together. That wasn't school, man. That was fun. I loved it. And I want you to enjoy architecting your business models or your career. And if you don't enjoy it, and I say this with love in my heart as always, then you've chosen the wrong career. You got to find your passion. And the way you know if you found the right career is if I give you a month off and I tell you, you can't go to school and you can't go to work and you can't travel. What would you do with your time during those 30 days? Okay? That's what you got to think about. You got to find your passion. It's the reason we're here, right? Okay, great. So whatever your passion is, okay? Whatever your passion is, or your raison d'etre, don't let anybody tell you otherwise you can't do it, okay? Now, if you've not found your career passion yet, I want you to keep searching, please, and set up many networking goals or meetings, with people in different industries, okay? You gotta find mentors. And I taught you how to do this in the personal growth track in the first semester. And when I say mentors, I mean Yodas. And if you network enough and explore different industries, then I promise you, you will find your passion. Now, I want you to fail a lot too. And I want you to fail fast because you only have to be right in business one time, okay? Keep failing over and over again. And Christina, please complete this sentence. Tony Robbins once said, repetition is the mother of all. Skill. Okay. I heard it somewhere. Okay. All right. Okay, so I have to repeat this. If you chase money, you'll lose your dreams and your money. But if you chase your dreams and you don't care what anybody thinks of you, and you fail over and over again, something amazing happens. Your dreams become true and the money follows accidentally. It always does. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And the only way you can enjoy your life on your own terms is to tell yourself, I love doing what I'm doing. This here says, I don't work here. This is the only nameplate I have on my desk. There we go. Now, if you're frustrated with what you're doing in life, and I'm not just talking to my students, but I'm talking to everybody on the webcast here and everybody in the audience, okay? But if you're frustrated, good. And I say that again with love in my heart. Because that frustration will actually force you to reinvent yourself in order to find out what was the reason that you were put on this earth. What is your career passion? It will force you eventually to get a better job or start your own company and make your dent in the universe. Now, frustration is a beautiful thing. And if you get out of bed in the morning and tell yourself you're going to work, then with all due respect again, you're doing it wrong. You got to find your passion and your purpose in life. And what was the reason that you were put on this earth? Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to go back in time. All right. What movie is this? It's in all my speeches. Right, Jim? Okay. So we're going to go back in time together. And I remember many, many years ago, I just couldn't get a job. And things were not going great. And I was so frustrated that I almost lost hope. And I remember that day well when I called my dad. And I was like, Dad, I don't get it. I'm a nice guy. I've made the firm a ton of money. I think my boss feels threatened by me, which is why he let me go. It's not fair. I did everything the firm asked me to do, and I'm being punished for overachieving. And my dad said to me, well, sometimes you don't understand why things happen professionally, and then you look back later in life and you thank God that actually happened. And my father told me to read a passage from the Old Testament called the book of Job, okay? J-O-B, which is Job, which is prophetic. But this dude named Job, he lost everything in life. And he understood later on why he was sent down a different path, and everything worked out well for him in the end. So don't worry, because God has a plan. And he already knows what's going to happen, which should put your mind at ease. Feel that peace in your mind. You feel it, Suzanne? Oh, I love it. Yeah. Okay. So feel that peace in your mind and in your soul, because everything is going to be okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to see crisis as an opportunity. Okay, it's not work that kills us. It's worry that kills us. And Winston Churchill once said that he met a man on his deathbed who talked about all the worries he had in his life, none of which came true. So condition yourself to see crisis as an opportunity, and be a contrarian in life too, please. You know, the best time to buy stocks, as we studied in our options class in the fourth semester, the best time to buy stocks is when the VIX volatility index, which measures fear, is very, very high. You got to be a contrarian. And you got to be unemotional in business and have the courage to do the opposite of everyone else. And Elon Musk is like that. He don't give no damn what people think of him. And he's unemotional in business as well. And so we have to think like Elon and be incredibly unemotional. And Warren Buffett famously said, the New York Stock Exchange is the only store in the world where consumers sell stuff when it goes on sale. Think about that. And Dale Carnegie said that in business, we have to understand that people are often creatures of emotion and not creatures of logic. So the next time you see a crisis in business, I want you to ask yourself, what's positive about this? And then I want you to turn that crisis into an opportunity, because I promise you, your competition will not see it that way. And you have to be a contrarian in order to reach your full potential in life. Now, when life gives you lemons from a business perspective, you make lemonade, so to speak. And I remember my son, Matthew. Hey, Matthew, I love you. My son, Matthew, during COVID, he wasn't allowed to go to school for a year. And it sucked. He couldn't go out and play with his friends. And so he started a business, a Twitch channel, and he made money that way. And so it was a crisis. You turned it into an opportunity. You took lemons and you made lemonade. And I love you. I love you too, Andrew, Matt, and Dylan. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, you might not understand this right now, but you actually might look back years from now and think to yourself, thank goodness. Thank God I failed. I failed at that. Or thank God I was frustrated with my career because it guided me down a different path. And attitude is everything, and perception becomes reality as well. All right, now don't forget what Michael Jordan said. I have 8 million props here. Michael Jordan said, I've failed over and over again in my career, and that's why I succeed. Andrew, Michael Jordan is way better than LeBron, okay? He is, okay, good. We argue about that all the time. Yeah, okay. I'd agree with him, he was right. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right, so as we walk up this mountain together, and we're getting closer to our goals, we will, number one, enjoy the journey, and number two, see challenges as opportunities because our competition is going to freak out, but we will be unemotional and determined. Ask for help along the way as well, please. Hitchhike a ride on the side of that mountain if you need help. And we all want to help you succeed. All you got to do is ask. And your mentors will help you. And let's say that you hitch a ride in a car on the side of the mountain with a mentor of yours. And then it starts to rain. And you think, hey man, it's all good. We're driving up the mountain, it's just rain. It's only rain, eh? Yeah. Then you see a bolt of lightning and an avalanche occurs. And it gets worse because hail starts coming down the size of baseballs. Don't panic. Everything will be okay. You don't need that jacket as your mentor God is driving. And have faith in yourself as well. Everything's going to be okay. And during our journey up the mountain, what you got to do is stop, okay? Take a break as you need to be balanced on the road to success. Do you guys remember this in the curriculum? Yeah? Okay, good. So stop worrying about things you can't control. And there's 2 quotes here on this stop sign, okay? I didn't think it was going to be this big when I ordered from Amazon. It's massive, okay? There's 2 quotes. One of them is, our fatigue is often caused not by work, but by worry. And the second quote here is, people become attached to their burdens, sometimes more than the burdens are attached to them. Remember that. Cool, fun. So I don't care how old or how young you are. You can reinvent yourself starting today by following your heart and finding your career passion. And that's what I'm here for, to humbly serve you, to help all of you find your passions. And although you're graduating now, this is not the end. You can all come on the classes again for free as gold members, as you know. I'm there to help you. And your classmates are there to help you as well, because we're all in this together. So I want you to enjoy your profession. I want you to be balanced and creative in business. And then you can make your dent in the universe. So whenever you give a presentation or any speech, I also want you to remember to think differently and remember the Cider House rules. You guys remember this? Okay, just remember, be convincing, interesting, different, edutaining, and relevant. And just have fun when you get up there and present as well. Just be yourself. I'm having a blast. Yeah. All right, you guys having fun? Yeah? Excuse me? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Excellent. All right, good. I want you to be different and creative and enjoy everything you do. And you know what, dude? Just be yourself. Because as Dr. Seuss said, those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Just be yourself because everyone else is taken. It's easier that way. Okay. The third of 7 things that I want to talk about that's in this 1-word framework is letting go. Whatever you thought your past limits were, I want you to let them go, starting today. And there are no speed limits on our journey up this mountain together. And there's no more limits in terms of what you can achieve in life. And I believe in letting go of negative thoughts that we've had of ourselves, because you're always your own worst enemy. I want you to love yourself and love what you do, starting today and forever, okay? And I don't want you to look back, okay? Because you're not going that way. My problem. All right, don't look back because you're not going that way. And we can only look back, so to speak, when we're at the peak of the mountain. Please stay. Okay. When we're at the peak of the mountain and we're admiring the view, meaning admiring our accomplishments. Okay, so just remember that. L is for letting go. All right. Now, I humbly believe also, this is controversial, and it rubs people the wrong way sometimes, but I humbly believe in letting go of friends that criticize us, okay? Because there's no room for negativity in your life, especially as you architect the masterpiece of what will become your next act. So why would you choose to punish yourself by, hanging out with negative people? Have the courage to Heisman them. Get them out of your life. So let it go. So L is for letting go. And remember this sign here? Do you guys remember this? You guys remember this? I painted this during class. This is probably the most important chart you'll ever see in your life. All right. Excellent. You'll love this. You'll love this. Yeah. And for those of you on the webcast, Matt, let me know if they can see me or not with this stuff. Thanks, brother. All right, cool. All right. This is the most important chart you'll ever see in your life. Okay? So on the x-axis is age, and on the y-axis is give a damn. Okay. Now, when you're younger, like my kids like Dylan, where's Dylan? That's all right. All right. When you're younger, you're down here. You don't care what people think. When I was younger, I had meltdowns in restaurants. I didn't give a damn. And then when you're older up here, you also don't give a damn, right? You don't have confidence problems when you're older. The problem is when you're a teenager or in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, and you give a damn what people think. It's a very dangerous way to live your life. I call this the triangle of despair, and you need to avoid it at all costs, okay? And I want you to live your life at this level for the rest of your life, okay? And the best entrepreneurs on the planet, they live their lives at this level. They don't give a damn what people think. When Elon Musk was a kid, he told people he was going to colonize Mars. They thought he was cray-cray, but he didn't care. So you just got to march to the beat of your own drum, so to speak, and don't give a damn what anybody thinks of your career ambitions or anything about you. All right. The fourth thing of 7 that I want to bring up before I share what that one-word framework is in that dope box there. The fourth thing of 7 I want to share with you is inspiration, okay? I want you to either be inspired or inspire other people. And it's kind of like Ted Turner. And remember, we talked about this in the sales, marketing, and communication classes. Now, Ted Turner is one of the biggest landowners in the United States, and he founded CNN as well. But on his desk, he's got a sign that says, lead, follow, or get out of the way. And it's kind of like that with inspiration. Either be inspired or inspire other people. And when you inspire others, you inspire yourself. It's true. So either be inspired or inspire other people. So the fourth part of this framework is I for inspire. And every day is a new beginning. You can start over. So let me put this over here. I want you to look for inspiration and surround yourself with inspirational thoughts and inspirational people as well. And the way you inspire yourselves and others is you do the things you think you cannot do. Do the things you think you cannot do. Okay, and I love this quote here from Elon Musk, okay? He said, if something is important enough, even if the odds are against you, you should still do it. And he's Time Magazine Person of the Year now. It's amazing, he's certainly done it, he's great. All right, so I believe in you, and whoever you aspire to become, I want you to turn your idols into your rivals, as they were once in your shoes. Now, imagine watching a movie without music in the background. Music is art, and music inspires us. And you set the soundtrack for your own life. You control what you hear, and you control also how to hear it. Listen in a different way. And I want you to remember, I love this quote, it's my favorite quote ever. I want you to remember that unjustified criticism is a disguised compliment. I gotta say it again. Unjustified criticism is a disguised compliment. So when you think that way, you condition yourself to hear things differently. And you tell yourself, bring it on, doubters. It motivates you. And surround yourself with inspiration. I for inspiration. Do the things you think you cannot do. Okay. Now, the fifth of 7 parts of this last framework in our global MBA program is empathy. Before all business meetings and networking events, I want you to think about empathy and compassion. Empathy to the extent that you think to yourself, what are they thinking before you meet them? And what drives them? And how can I help them as well? All right, so I really believe in give and receive, okay? Give and receive. It's prophetic and it's been true since the beginning of time. E for empathy. I want you to help other people, okay? Help other people. Don't just look to be mentored. I want you to mentor other people as well, okay? Because when you mentor and help others, you remind yourself of what your core values are and what your blueprint for success is. When one teaches, two learn. Remember that. And when you have networking meetings, help the other person when you network, as always. It's kind of like, I remember my son Andrew, he was helping a buddy of his with a math test recently. And he did extraordinarily well, proud of you, I love you, on that math test because of that. When you teach somebody else, you're teaching yourself. Mentor other people, please. Okay, great. Now, we all know, let me put this down here. Yeesh. All right, we all know that your network is your net worth. And the most successful people in business and all aspects of life got there by helping others. So I want you to give and receive. Again, it's airplane. It's prophetic and it's been true. Help other people. And by the way, there's a 747 in the back here that you guys can go in. It was taken out of commission in 1971. You can walk into the cockpit and everything. It's really cool. All right. Number 6 of 7, we're almost done here, is visionary. I want you to be long-term focused and keep your eye on the prize. And thinking short-term is what everyone else does. I want you to be a visionary. As the longer the view, the wiser the intention. I want my students to invent the future. All right, we did it. We just reached the top of the mountain here. It feels good, sort of, but something's missing. Our goals are not ambitious enough. I want to go higher together, okay? Because we can't put our dent in the universe at the top of this tiny anthill called Mount Everest, okay? And as Albert Einstein said, your imagination is your preview of life's coming attractions. Okay, so I want you to be a pit bull on a pork chop when it comes to your long-term goals. And I want you to understand that the top of the mountain is too conservative. Again, Everest is an anthill, right, Eston? That's right. Okay, so V. V is for visionary. And I can't wait to show you the future, okay? Now, we went to the past a couple minutes ago when I wore that Marty McFly jacket. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the future now, okay? And I'm gonna wear this robe that the doc wore. If I can put it on properly, give me a second here. All right, here we go. All right. Let's do this, guys, okay? And where we're going, we don't need roads, okay? All right, let's do this, guys. Okay. So I've got a telescope here, and I can see the future, okay? Oh, it looks amazing. The future looks bright, except when I look in that light there with this. Oof, geez Louise. Okay. The future looks bright, and the past does not equal the future, okay? So I can clearly see it. I can see the dents in the universe that you're all going to be creating with your careers. And as Pablo Picasso said, everything you can imagine is real. So here's what I see. I see Mark Edwards, or Satones as we call him in our class, from Detroit. His business model is, and I love this is true. His business model is mining rare minerals on asteroids. And he's a world and universe changer. That's what his LinkedIn profile says. World and universe changer. I love it. You inspire me. You inspire me, Mark. What else do I see? Oh, this is cool. I see Todd Martin, who's in our class. He's here today. Todd, where you at, dude? Oh, there we go. Hey, how are you, Todd? All right, everyone say hi, Todd. Okay, great, excellent. So Todd actually, he created CNBC's first studio, and he created the technology for StatCast when we watch sports highlights. So I see that Todd has created a Web 3.0 metaverse platform through his Todd Martin consulting firm, and he's reinvented the media industry. I've seen it, dude. It's awesome. It's great. Next up, I see Myron, who's on the webcast today. Myron from Kenya. You created a cosmetic product that is bigger than L'Oreal. And Kim Cooper from South Africa, who's also on the webcast. Kim, I'll tell you what I see. You took your synergized consulting business and you made it bigger than McKinsey. I also see Dr. Hari. Where's Hari at? Where are you at? Hey. Excellent. Yeah. Now, Hari is our expert PhD engineering student from Minnesota. And he actually created a glass product that uses water between the panes to cool down your house. And it's way cheaper than typical air conditioning. And he got Huey from Australia, who's an expert in HVACs, to partner with him. Nicely done. Next up, I see Saber from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Hey, Saber, how are you, man? He created a cloud computing product that dethroned Amazon Web Services. What else do I see? I see right there, Jim Tosif. How are you, Jim? What's going on, man? So Jim from California here, he's already managed more than $250 million in his firm in the past. And what he's done actually is he's created a cryptocurrency blockchain that's actually much faster than Ethereum. And he actually has. It's amazing. You inspire me, brother. Awesome. Excellent. Cool. I also see Tao and Ginny. Tao, where are you at? You're here, yeah? Right here. That's what I'm talking about. Excellent. And Ginny is on the webcast from Vietnam. Okay, great. So yeah. So I see Tao and Ginny from Vietnam. They reinvented how to teach business online. And their profits are for building mini schools for women in Vietnam. It's awesome. And this is actually true because they're making a version of my course called an entire MBA in one course in Vietnamese that comes out shortly. And the profits go to helping students in Vietnam. Excellent. I see Holger, who's on the webcast from Tokyo. Hey, bud. He created the most successful Oktoberfest restaurant chains all over the world. I see Eileen Deo Gracias. Eileen, where are you at? Right there. Okay, cool. How are you? Woo! So Eileen from Atlanta, she just revolutionized remote medicine. And what a beautiful last name. Her last name is Deo Gracias, which in Spanish means thank God. I love that. I see Rediona, who's on the webcast from Albania. She's created a learning system for children 1 billion times better than Montessori, and she's inspired billions of children to reach their full potential in life. Now, Isaiah from St. Louis, okay, he just got this amazing job in venture capital. This is true, okay? Reporting to the founder of Reddit. It's unbelievable. And I didn't need to look through this thing, actually, because he literally just got the job, which is amazing. And he did it, and I'm proud of you, buddy. He did it with relentless networking and with many frameworks as well. All right. So I see Dr. Dion. Dion's right here, yeah? Hi, Dion. Hey. I see Dr. Dion from Florida. Wow. She's actually revolutionized remote physical therapy, and she's already won Olympic gold medals with her team. That actually happened in the past at the recent Olympics. You inspire me. Cool. I see Peyton Kalawahea, who can't be here today because he's got a family reunion, but he's from San Diego, and he just took his startup that you all know called GameReport.io public. And it's a $4 trillion IPO. He's done good. Yeah. I see Kemi And Kemi is in Ottawa. I'm so sorry you had to cancel last minute. I hope Ari is feeling better. I love you. So Kemi has continued to be a superstar venture capitalist, and she's the owner of the largest venture capital firm in Africa, which is the Final Frontier. Actually, Kemi gave an incredible venture capital speech with Y Combinator, which is the #1 startup incubator on the planet. You inspire me, Kemi, and all my students do as well. I see George from Texas, right there. Hey, George, I love you, brother. All right. And George flew in early just to help with the setup. So thank you, George. I appreciate that, bud. Thank you. But I see George from Texas. He just took his LGGD land development company to the next level, and he overtook Ted Turner as one of the largest landowners in the world. Buy land, they aren't making it anymore, and don't mess with Texas. Yeah. Great to see you, buddy. I see Suzanne Cruz. Right there. Woo! Suzanne Cruz is the top keynote speaker on the planet. It's true. And you're incredibly well spoken. Yeah. And she's actually published 17 international bestsellers. And she's also headed up prison reform to keep those unfairly punished to be set free. Yeah. All right, cool. I see Quincy, who's online. Sorry you couldn't make it, buddy. He's reinvented online education, and his company just got acquired by Google. He's done great. I see Eston. Hey, Eston. And what he's done is he just created the largest private equity firm on the planet, and you just dethroned KKR as the world's top PE firm. I believe in you, buddy. Okay. I see Corey. Where's the Corey Burke? Hey, buddy, how are you? Corey lives in Arizona, but he's from Manitoba originally. He's one of my people, Canadian, represents. Yeah. So Corey has reinvented the entire personal development industry, and he actually dethroned Tony Robbins as the #1 personal growth influencer on the planet. I believe it. You inspire me so much, brother. You do. Okay. I see on the webcast here, Usama Habibi. I love you, brother. I wish you could be here. So Usama's from Jordan. I wanted you to meet Zaid, who's also here from Jordan. He owns Saj. So Usama Habibi in Jordan just bought all of Dubai. Yeah. All right. So I've seen the future, and I've seen what you've all accomplished, and I can't get this jacket off. Yeah. However, the only reason you all accomplished so much is because of what is inside that box down there, okay? We're almost done here. Now, we're still on the 6 of 7 parts of this last framework. Recall, number 6 is V for visionary. Now, do you guys ever play golf? And while you're golfing in your backswing, you tell yourself, this is not gonna be a good shot. You ever do that? I do that a lot, or I used to. And it's always a terrible shot. And Matt Lacousse, who's my wonderful chief creative officer, is a scratch golfer. Matt, where are you at, man? Hey, brother, I love you, man. Yeah. But if you lack confidence, and the mind is a powerful thing, because if you visualize success, your future success, okay? If you can see it, you will achieve it. You have to see it though, okay? And you gotta believe it. And don't give a damn what anyone else tells you, okay? These are your dreams, not theirs. I want you to visualize your future success, and I want you to take the shot with confidence, okay? Take the shot with confidence, and if you visualize success, then you'll achieve it. Okay, great. So the last part of this framework is E for energetic. And I want you to get into that peak mental state and maintain high energy when selling yourself or your business. Okay, because your delivery is crucial, as the medium is often more important than the message. And Maya Angelou once said, people might not remember what you said, but they'll never forget the way you made them feel. Your body's a temple also. Treat it accordingly in terms of sleep, nutrition, and exercise. And yes, you do have time to exercise every day, especially if you schedule everything the night before. You do have time, okay? E for energy, okay. So treat this right, and this works much gooder. Yeah. No? I'm trying here, guys. Okay, sorry. So E is for energetic. Okay. And Christina and I, Christina, where are you at again? Over here, yeah. Again, another round of applause for Christina. I love you. Yeah. So again, Christina and I, we compete. It's co-opetition. And every day when I'm teaching, we try to see where we are on this bottle. And she always beats me, okay? But this is great. So E is for energy, energetic, okay. And let me put this over here. This is the last one. Okay. And the only way to feel empowered and full of energy is to understand and really believe this. It's from Steve Jobs. He said, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Now, in a moment, we're going to do an exercise together that will help you live your life on your own terms, okay? So what is this? What is this one-word framework in this box? What is this? Okay. So what is this? Oh man, I can see it. This is unbelievable. I can see the shiny word right there. It looks dope in a row. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. So what is this one-word framework that can change our lives and help us finally live our lives on our own terms? What is that one-word framework? Well, before we get there, I want to quickly review. We're almost halfway done. Yeah, I'm kidding. No, we're almost done, promise you. All right. Before we go there, I want to quickly review the 7 components of this one final framework. Okay, so we're going to go through this here quickly. This will be a nice summary. All right. The first is B for balance. Okay? The second one is E for enjoy. The third one is L for letting go. Okay. See my corporate colors? All right. The fourth one is I for inspire. And the fifth one is E for empathy. The sixth one is V for visionary. And the last one is E for what? Energy. That's what I'm talking about. Excellent. Move this over here. Move this space. All right. Here we go. That's good enough. Okay. Sorry, everyone on the webcast. All right. I put up a believe on the stage there. Okay. So the 7 letters spell this one-word framework that's right here. Are you ready for it? Are you really ready for it? How ready? Thank you very much. Okay, so here it comes. The one-word framework, your final arrow in your quiver of tools to use to take your career and personal life to the next level, it's believe. Believe in yourself, okay? So you are now fully armed with many frameworks taught in this MBA degree program. You now have everything you need to build something far bigger than yourself. If you choose to believe in yourself, it's your choice. Whether or not you think you can do it, you're right. Okay, now the only missing ingredient to your perfect life is believing in yourself. That's it, it's simple. Be you, be yourself, as everyone else is taken. Okay, and I want you to believe and know in your heart that your family and friends love you for being you. Just be yourself. It's easy. You saw I made an idiot of myself tripping over things. Just be yourself and don't care what anybody thinks. And everything will work out, I promise you. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can change the world. You know, like the Rodin sculpture, I think, therefore I am. Okay. Believe that no one is smarter than you. And I believe that deep down in my heart so much that I licensed this video here about Steve Jobs.
When you grow up, you tend to get told that the world is the way it is, and your life is just to live your life inside the world, try not to bash into the walls too much, try to have a nice family life, have fun, save a little money. But life, that's a very limited life. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact, and that is everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. You can build your own things that other people can use. And the minute that you understand that you can poke life and actually something will, if you push in, something will pop out the other side, that you can change it, you can mold it. That's maybe the most important thing, is to shake off this erroneous notion that life is there and you're just going to live in it, versus embrace it, change it, improve it, make your mark upon it. I think that's very important. And however you learn that, once you learn it, you'll want to change life and make it better, because it's kind of messed up in a lot of ways. Once you learn that, you'll never be the same again.
What I'd like for you to do right now, I want you to think about your dream, because I'm in a room full of dreamers. Think about your dream right now. I want you to think about it and envision it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me share something with you. I do not believe that any of us have dreams that were not given to us for the purpose of accomplishing those particular dreams. And I want to share something with you that has changed my life. I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how far-fetched it might appear to be. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. But here's what I know. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. But people who are running toward their dreams, life has a special kind of meaning. That I can have my dream. That in the process of working on your dreams, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain, a lot of defeats. But in the process of doing that, you will discover some things about yourself that you don't know right now. That you have greatness within you. That you're more powerful than you can ever begin to imagine. It's necessary to know that everybody won't see it. That everybody won't join you. That everybody won't have the vision. That you're an uncommon breed. It's necessary to know that. Don't let nobody steal your dream. I used to ask myself, can I do this? And something said within me, hey! Do not scratch your eyes.
Now it's time to add to your resume.
You are really seeing the most extraordinary finish here.
NBA champion.
With the very last kick of Troy Deeney wins it for Watford.
Man, I'm so hyped right now. Anything's possible. Anything's possible! Oh.
Dad, we won! Yes! We won,
I love you, Andrea. Wasn't that great? We did it. We did it. That was fun. That was fun. All right, I love that video. I've seen it like 8 million times. So just believe in yourself, okay? It's easy. Now, it's easier to believe in yourself if you tell yourself, I don't give a damn what people think of me. I believe in me. And that's what I need to tell myself over and over again. I'm a big believer that if you believe in yourself, then and only then can you truly live life on your own terms. And so I want to talk about one of my students, and the student from this year's graduating class who I think might be here today. She inspires me so much. She inspires everyone in our class so much as well. And I believe that she embodies all 7 letters in that belief framework. And I'm incredibly grateful for her incredible leadership in this class with organizing this unbelievable event. Okay, she made it possible. And it's no surprise that she is the head of the Haroun Education Ventures Alumni Network. And so it's my great honor and privilege to present the 2021 Believe Award to Christina Hong. Christina, come up here. I can't imagine the class of 2021 without this incredibly positive attitude, this person who inspires me so much, and all of us as well. Now, I also want to thank my son, Andrew, and Julian for helping today. And I especially want to thank my partner in my company since day one. And without this person, this whole online MBA program would not exist. I want to thank my only partner in my company and my great friend as well. And I'm giving him the first ever honorary platinum MBA degree. You all know him and you love him too, okay? His name is, of course, Matt Lacus. Matt, get up here, brother. That's awesome. And we have a couple people here that are in the class of 2022, and Matt teaches a couple classes on videography in the 4th semester as well. He's great. He's great. I love you guys. Okay. Now, one of my amazing students that graduated from the Platinum MBA program last year, named Vital, believes in himself. And I believe in him as well. And together, we believe that we will help to humbly put our dent in the universe. And so Vital, Matt, and my son Andrew and I, we collaborated on what we call Project Magoo. And Magoo is the name of the village that Vital is from in Rwanda. And we started Project Magoo, which is all about building schools all over the world. And so we started also because we believe that education can solve all problems in the world. Now, this is a video shot in Berlin in 2019 when I first met Vital. So Vital and I are going to collaborate on what we call Project Magoo. And Magoo is the name of the village that he's from originally. And what we're going to do is we're going to leverage online education to provide scholarships and full access to all business and personal development courses to 100 students in his hometown. And Vital's story is so inspiring. He inspires me so much. Do you want to share your story?
So the story is how I grew up in that village called Magu. So it's a village with no access to electricity, no access to internet, no access to infrastructure. And I got a chance to go to study primary, secondary, and university. And so many kids in my age mate, they didn't get a chance to get that education. And so when we met Chris, because he's so much passionate about education, and so I was sharing with this my story with him, and he asked me one question like, if you would be given time, what would you do? What are you passionate about? So I shared that my passion is to give back to that village specifically, because I know that they don't have, they don't have access to that high quality education. And so that's how the idea came, like, okay, giving back to that village through education. And so, yeah, that's the background. And so I grew up in that village and went to university and made it to university, to master's degree in Germany. And I have just a heart to give back to that village.
Together, we believe that every problem in the world can be solved with a combination of education and technology. And we're going to make it happen together. And we're going to create a blueprint, a business plan, so to speak, based on Project Magoo, so that anybody in the world can apply what we've learned to provide online education to every student in the world.
Even in those villages like mine.
And so this past summer, my son Andrew and I flew to Rwanda, which was not easy, of course, given the many COVID tests we had. And we started building the school. And what I want to do is show you quickly here our progress and the reason I do what I do, which is to build schools. And so special thanks to Andrew for filming this and for Matt for editing this video. So here's our progress so far. And this past summer, we actually flew to Rwanda. So check it out.
I want to thank you all for allowing us to build a school here.
ndashaka kubashimira cyane kubw'ubufatikanye no kwemera yuko ibikorwa nk'ibi byaza muri community yacu.
I'm so impressed by how beautiful this country is.
Ngona byanshimishije cyane kubona uburyo iki gihugu cyanyu ari cyiza cyane.
And how amazing everybody is here too, and thank you.
Muri abantu beza hano, muri abantu beza cyane.
Thank you.
Murakoze cyane.
So we're here in Rwanda, beautiful Rwanda, at Project Magoo. We just purchased the land from a number of different people. Vital had to talk to a gazillion government officials, and we put it all together. And so it's about an acre, as you can see right here. And what we're going to do is construction will start in about a month. Given COVID, things have been pushed back a bit. And it's a much more ambitious project than we expected because we're gonna have 5 buildings on the campus here. We're gonna have a computer lab, also a carpentry center, a welding center, and 2 meeting rooms as well. Right, so there's a lot going into this. It's gonna be completely self-sustainable as well, good for the environment. We have 50 Raspberry Pi computers. And we're using Raspberry Pi because they don't take up much electricity. And we're gonna have 40 solar panels on the roof as well. Completely self-sustaining, good for the environment, et cetera. And thank you so much for setting all this up.
Thank you so much for kicking this up. And it's gonna be great. And we are so grateful because one of the success that we already enjoyed is the people here, the people that sold us the land. They understood the reason behind this. They didn't just sell the land because of money. They understood the reason and they were willing to even sell their houses. There is this house, for example, and we were just grateful that people understood and they back the idea up. And so we are so grateful. And it's not just a computer lab, but it's going to be really a learning center and and bringing the community together. There is more than one thing that's going to happen
they're gonna learn, people gonna learn, and they're gonna also kind of have a place where they can come and connect again and build their community. So we are grateful. Thank you so much.
Amazing,
Chris,
dude. I remember. I met Vital about 2 years ago at a Udemy
2019.
conference.
Yes,
Udemy conference in Berlin, and we said we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And you're my hero, man.
Yeah,
You're
man. Thank you so much.
I aged a lot in 2 years. You can see that too. Yeah. Thank you. And Matt, great job with the editing. The audio issue is mine. My syncing, it was my issue, but great job. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. And so my goal is to build mini schools with my MBA students. And our next school is going to be in Kenya with Marin, one of my Platinum MBA students. Hi, Marin, on the webcast. And then after that, we're going to build a school with Kemi, who's also on the webcast in Ottawa. We're going to build a school with Kemi in Nigeria, who's also one of my students. And all of us together, we can and we will solve all problems in the world with education. As Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon that we can use to change the world. Now, education can and will fix every problem in the world. And I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for taking this MBA degree program. Let's build our dreams together. It's now time for an exercise, okay? The final exercise of this program. So here's what we're gonna do. Everybody watching this on the webcast and here in the Hiller Aviation Museum, everybody watching this, including friends or family that might be sitting beside you right now, okay? I want everybody to be part of this exercise, including Andrew, as well as Matthew, Dylan, and Julian as well. And by the way, Julian, who's Andrew's friend, just got accepted to Villanova University, which is an amazing school. Congratulations. So here's what we're gonna do. It's really easy, but this will change your life. So I want everybody to make sure, people in the webcast as well, please. I want you to make sure that your cell phone is in your hand. It looks like it is for everybody already. Yeah, right, cool. It is for Andrew, right? There you go. I knew you'd have it in your hand. All right. So everybody, put your cell phone in your hand. And if you don't have a cell phone, then get a piece of paper and a pen. Okay, do that right now, please, especially on the webcast. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go, all of us here, I want you to go to your calendar on your cell phone. So open that app. And on today's date in your calendar, I want you to create a calendar entry at 5 a.m. that repeats every day at 5 a.m. forever. Don't write anything in that calendar entry yet, please. And in the next 30 seconds, just get your cell phone ready, open up your calendar, create that calendar entry for today at 5 a.m. and make it recurring and repeating every day forever. And if you have kids that are 8 years or older, they must participate in this exercise too, if they're in the room right now. Isabella too. Isabella's my niece. Everyone say hi to Isabella. Hey. Okay, cool. So let's do this. All right. So what I want you to do is this, please. I want you to write down in your cell phone, okay, in that calendar entry or on a piece of paper if you don't have a mobile, I want you to write down. I want you to write down the following letters at the top of the calendar, okay? Here we go. Those letters are believe. B-E-L-I-V-E. Spell that right? Yeah, I before you typed that. All right, so write down believe. Then what I want you to do is right below the word believe that you just wrote down, we're going to write what it stands for, meaning all 7 words. Write them down with me, please, right now. Here we go. B is for balance. E is for enjoy. L is for letting go. I is for inspire. E is for empathy. V is for visionary. And lastly, E is for energetic. So life all comes down to a few short moments. And this exercise we're going to do together is one of them, okay? This will be one of a few short moments in your life that changes your life, okay? Now, before we start this exercise, and I want everyone over the age of 7 to do this exercise. And if you have loved ones, okay, that don't speak English, please translate to them right now, okay? I want everybody to be part of this, like Marcelia's mom. Yeah, great. One more thing before we start. It's never too late to start over. Now, in the 1950s, the average life expectancy was 26 years younger than it is today. What does that mean? So what, Chris? Well, that means that you're all 26 years younger than you think you are. It's true. And many people watching this right now on the webcast and live here will live to be at least 150 years old. It's true. And you can start over right now. You are young, and you are young at heart, and it's never too late to start over. Believe that, please. And there was a study done at Yale University many years ago in like 1950. And what they did was the graduating class at Yale University in 1950. They asked them all, how many of you have written down your goals? And only 3% had written down their goals. And then 20 years later, in 1970, they went back to that graduating class and they calculated that the net worth of the 3% that wrote down their goals was greater than the other 97% combined. This works. One last comment before we start this exercise. So the reason that most people give up on their New Year's resolutions by the 3rd week of January, the reason why over 90% of people give up on their New Year's resolutions by the 3rd week of January is because they did not set a deadline date. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you 10 minutes right now to write down, okay, in your calendar or on that piece of paper. I'm going to give you 10 minutes right now to write down in your calendar or on that piece of paper what your perfect life is in 10 years from now, meaning write down your goals, okay? The goals you're going to accomplish over the next 10 years. And beside all the goals that you write down, I want you to write down the deadline date in brackets beside each goal, okay? And I'm going to give you 10 minutes to do it. And please don't be conservative, please. I want you to think big, and then I want you to think much, much bigger, okay? Great. And as James Cameron said, the brilliant Canadian, representative Canadian, the brilliant filmmaker who made Avatar and Titanic, he said, if you set your goals so high and you fail, you still fail above everyone else's expectations. And who gives a damn what anybody thinks anyway? Just believe in yourself. Okay, so over the next 10 minutes, I'll put up some motivational quotes here and inspiring music. You have 10 minutes to do this. Go. Welcome back. How do you feel? How do you feel? Awesome. I don't know if you guys caught it, but Dr. Dion, who's sitting right here, we had a wonderful quote from her that actually started all these quotes. Yeah. On the webcast, I'm sure you saw it as well. Cool. All right. So you guys feel great. Good. So do I. Now, make sure, please, I'm getting my knees. Watch. Okay. Please follow through on these things. Okay. Please follow through. Okay. I want you to repeat that calendar entry every day forever. Just remember me praying, please. I want to be a tiny part of your success as well. All right, so it's a 5 a.m. A calendar entry. And what that means is this. Every day when you wake up, it's the first thing you see. Okay, so you won't forget it. And schedule each day because if you want to get something done, give it to a... That's what I'm talking about. Excellent. Okay, good. All right, once you achieve some or all of the goals, then I want you to push the goalpost out. Okay? Because sometimes when you achieve goals, you're like, now what? You got to keep pushing the goalpost out and set more aggressive goals. Okay? And once you achieve them, push the goalpost out and then set new goals and believe in yourself so you can become the person that achieve those goals and so that you can live your life on your own terms. And if you feel frustrated at work over the next year or so or more, good. And I say that again with love in my heart. I believe in you. And I say that because it'll motivate you if you're frustrated, okay? Just read those goals on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis and channel your frustration, meaning your goals, into becoming a reality. And fellow Canadian actor, I'm Canadian, as you know, Jim Carrey, what he did was, he actually grew up pretty close to me in Toronto. And he and his father, they were dirt poor. And their job, and they lived in a trailer home, their job was they cleaned the washrooms at a local high school. It was awful. And they did that after hours. And then Jim Carrey, he was so frustrated. What he did was he sat down one day while he was cleaning bathrooms and he wrote a blank check to himself. Okay, he filled it in. He filled in a check for $10 million for services rendered. And when he was frustrated, he looked at that check. Of course, that's a metaphor for his goal. And I want you guys to look at your calendar entries as well. And of course, he cashed it one day. Yeah. One more thing. Teddy Roosevelt said, believe you can, and you're halfway there. So what does that mean? Well, that means, do you guys believe you can do it? Make it happen. Okay, cool. All right. Now, I want you to change the lens by which you see the world. I want you to look for inspiration in your life. And there's so many wonderful success stories about people that came from tough backgrounds, and they made it big, very inspiring. And just know that anyone that has made it big has failed more times than you and I have combined. So I want you to embrace failure. And these failures that you'll have, perceived failures, it's up to you how you want to see it, man. You can either see them as stumbling blocks or stepping stones. Okay? It all depends on how you see it. And speaking of rocks, anybody know who this is here? It's not Corey Berg over there. Massive. Yeah. It's The Rock. Dwayne Johnson, of course. See, Dylan, The Rock. Yeah. All right, cool. So Dwayne Johnson, who of course is The Rock, he was arrested many times when he was younger. And he failed a lot. But his positive attitude was what helped him to become the biggest star on the planet. And he once said, if you got your back against the wall, there's only one way to go. So remember, the rocks you're seeing in front of you, they're not stumbling blocks. They're stepping stones on your path to greatness. Perception becomes reality. It all depends on how you see it. I think, therefore I am. Whether or not you think you can do it, you're right. See things differently. All right, now time for the most important part of this event, which is the graduation diplomas. So as I call your name, okay, thank you. As I call your name, please come up and receive your degree, okay? So our first graduate is Eileen Deo Gracias. Congratulations, excellent. All right, next up we've got a fellow 905er from my area code in Canada, Mississauga. We got Bavik Thakkar. Yeah, he's from Mississauga, that's my hometown. Yeah. Next up, from beautiful Florida, we have Cassandra Gimpu. Next up, we've got Christian Chang. Okay. All right, next up, we've got the one, the only, Christina Hong. Woo! I don't work here. She doesn't have a job, she has a passion. Woo! All right, next up, we've got Corey Berg, a fellow Canadian. Next up, we've got Dave Capel. Dave always keeps me laughing. He's got the best sense of humor ever. Yeah. Next up, we've got Dr. Dion Vernon. We have Eston Esau now. Woo! All right, now we've got George Delaney from Texas. All right, George. And thanks again for coming a day early to help us set up. You're the best, man. All right, next up we got the doctor, Hari Matkuri. Next up is Jim Tosif. We got next is John Battolino. John lives close by here. He's in Petaluma as well. Jose Hernandez. Next up, we got Jose Montesinos. Woo! Yeah! Jose actually, he and his family took the Amtrak train from Chicago to here. It's amazing, yeah. All right, next up, we've got somebody from Egypt. My Habibi, one of my people, Khalid Arai. And Khalid actually flew in from South Carolina for this, and he's going tomorrow to Cairo. Next up, we've got Kurt Hosh. Now, on Kurt's LinkedIn profile, he's got more cowbell. So he got all my cowbell references. Okay, next up, we have Marcelia Roca. Make sure to thank your daughter Reza for the incredibly inspiring music. All right, next up, Mufadal Hussein. He's here. There we go. All right, next up, the keynote speaker, Suzanne Cruz.
I just want to say this. How many of you remember when he says, I'm going to throw you in the deep end of the pool now?
Yeah. but I said that with love in my heart. I think that was in one of the finance classes. That's right, I remember that. Thanks for remembering. Yeah, awesome, cool. All right, next up we have Tao Wang. Next up we have Todd Martin, Mr. Web 3.0. And our last one goes to Vijay Patodi. Vijay Patodi, congratulations. Excellent. So that's our class of 2021. Congratulations. Woo! Now, I want to thank you all for your time and your commitment on this awesome journey that we've gone through together. I also want to thank Christina again so much, and Matt for setting up the graduation. And I want to also thank my staff and my partners who are watching today on the webcast for making this journey possible for all of us, including Doug, Joey, Joe, Cassandra, Daniil, John, Andrew, Matthew, Dylan, Vital, and John Marco, and of course, most of all, the most important thank you is to my very patient wife, Christine. I love you. Because MBA does not stand for married but available. I love you. Thank you. You're awesome. Thank you. She's my rock. Love you. Okay, great. Now, I want to end this MBA degree program right now on this positive note. And I want you to get up and start working on architecting your perfect life armed with what you've learned in this MBA degree program. And more importantly, armed with this new empowering belief that you have in yourself. Now, this is not the end. It is not the beginning of the end. It is perhaps the end of the beginning. I believe in you. God bless you. And don't ever worry about your career, as God already knows what's going to happen. Believe in yourself and think with your heart first. I believe in you and I love you. Thank you.